Week 8, enough will be praised action. We've got a matchup here of Season 2 in Week 8 between the Pax Romana and the Dangerous Warriors. So, Dangerous Warriors are a Chaos team captained by fantastic Dr. J. And the Pax Romana is a Lizardman team captained by veteran coach Josiah Frost. It is Week 8, which is the last week of the regular season. So what we're going to see here is playoff hopefuls for at least Pax Romana. I'm actually going to double check my standings right now. For the Nuffle be praised standings, you need to be in about the 7 to 8 point area on the standings to have a chance at a wild card with a victory, and of course some positive SPP and some other teams going negative there. So as we take a look, Pax Romana is at 8 points and 86 SPP, so they're in really good shot here. Victory here is going to make them a prime candidate for a wild card. Dangerous Warriors, wild card's just out of reach for them. So they're most likely going to be competing for a spot in either the Murder Cup, where they may take on a U.S.-based coach. Fantastic Dr. J is in the UK. In our, really cool U.S. versus UK kind of North America, kind of like the Ryder Cup, but it's the Murder Cup, and that's coming in the postseason. But we'll take a look at the action now. So just looking at the pre-match setup here, got a lot of interesting skills here on the Beastman side of things here. I mean, we've got an armor up block Beastman. We've got a guard block Beastman. We've got a dodge Chaos Warrior. A couple block Chaos Warriors. Block Horns block Beastman, I should say. An AG up Beastman. An AG 5 Beastman. That's just ridiculous. And a block Mighty Blow. Oh man, I wish I had an AG 5 Beastman. That's nuts. And then looking over on the Pax Romana side of things, where it looks like they're going to receive the ball here. I'm not sure who won the coin toss there, if it was a defer situation or a straight-up chose situation, but that's all right. So it looks like we got a cheering fans. Romana gets the extra for the Lizard Man. Oops, got to turn down my own stream. That's a rookie mistake right there. So starting things off with a POW. Gets in on the action. It looks like he's got some mostly block on his Saurus with a dodge and oh, here we go. So we got an armor break. Of course, Stan Marsh goes down with an armor break. Interesting that we see dodge on a Saurus with that agility 1. I don't necessarily know. That's a 33% if you don't get break tackle. Don't know why he would do that. I mean, on the defensive standpoint, though, I mean, it does turn a stumble. Prevents them from going down on a stumble, so I could see that. But there are much better double skills, in my opinion, than you would pick over that. But I'll have to ask Frost later if he had a plan for that. And then, of course, he's got a star skink down here with sidestep. I don't even know, was that sure feet? I can't even read that last. Oh, diving catch. So, diving catch skink, he's got the ball, and he's got a jump up sidestep skink, a sidestep. Is that a dauntless skink? Oh, sneaky get. Alright, I thought that was dauntless. Sometimes the logos are hard to see for what the skinks are. Alright, a little block on block action. So, here. Looks like we're also being simulcast on the MVP Pro Twitch, which is nice. So it looks like he's just going to cage up here, well deep into his own area. Not really anything to worry about because you're talking Chaos. None of these players have the movement to really create a lot of substantial problems. You're talking 2 GFIs for a Chaos Warrior, and then still at least 1 GFI and anything for a Beastman. And there's really no point because with their mobility, you're not going to hamstring a Beastman down here and then have him. You're just moving people out of position. This is almost a trap he's trying to set up to get him to move these pieces down here. But I think Fantastic's too smart for that because he knows with sidestep, jump up, I mean, he knows that skinks have mobility, and unless you have the numbers to completely shut them down, it's not wise to commit that many of your pieces that deep into the pitch. So it will be interesting to see what he does here. you know, Saurus or lizards are a tough team for Chaos to deal with, only because of all that strength. I mean, the main advantage you have with Chaos is you're supposed to come in with those strength 4 pieces, and hopefully some skills that'll allow you to get some players off the pitch. But if you got to go up against a full complement of Saurus as well as a Croxagore, you need to start making hay pretty early. And here we go, Mighty Blow. Here we go, the staple of the Chaos Warrior. Block Mighty Blow. Just gets the stun though, so good for them, but not really a huge area of concern right now for Frost, as he's thinking about what he's going to do here on his counter turn. But like I said, smart play. There's no reason to commit those forces down to that skink cage. You really can just cut off your side of the field there where you have that strength, and then kind of bottle up those Sauruses. Because if you could trap those Sauruses bodies on numbers, then they're not doing anything other than trying to attack back. And if you can get that, then maybe you can get a skink out up on an island there if you can do that. But I wouldn't overcommit. You can't leave this side of the field open. You're going to have to leave those beastmen there, and you're going to have to put them in a better positioning than bunched up like that, because that's going to stop him from moving this entire cage over here and just basically, who cares if all these pieces are tied up with his sources. He's got a full cage he can use to move it, albeit a 3/4 skink cage, which is not something you want, which might be something that he's counting on now, which is that he's not worried if Frost moves that cage up, because he's basically walled off his entire Saurus and Croxagore, which is actually a smart play here. And now he's leaving himself free, because with horns, you don't really need that much, especially on skinks. I mean, you don't really need that much effort to bust a skink cage. I mean, you're talking just mark a couple of ones and then just blitz up the gut with horns, and it's going to be a bad time. And he's got agility 4 beastmen and agility 5 beastmen, so it's not like those dodges are going to be anything to be a problem. He'll be able to go right through them with those ridiculous skill pieces. I thought having a strength 4 blodger was nuts. I'm going to have to talk with Dr. J over the season. We might have some sort of blockbuster trade going, because I could totally see Homestar Runner joining his squad for a 5 agility Beastman. That's just ridiculous. Alright. Looks like we got some bodies on the floor here. Darsh and McCormick and Marsh, but I like to call him Darsh. You know, as an unbiased observer here, I kind of like to see either team pull it out. As a biased coach with the team that's trying to get a wild card, I really would kind of hope that Pax Romana does not squeak this one out. But even a tie for Pax Romana really hurts me. So I kind of would like to see the fantastic Dr. J and the Dangerous Warriors pull this one out. That's as a partial coach. Now I'm putting my impartial commentator hat back on. So we see here Pax Romana looks like they're caging up. I'm really worried here. Unless you're gonna foul Mr. Hat, which I think he's probably going to. I think you're gonna see this skink foul Mr. Hat. He's got dirty player on him, right? Or sneaky get. So we're gonna see that happen, because there's no way you leave a Beastman faced up on your. Oh, Norman Stansfield is injured. Oh my gosh, missing. So what Leon the Professional could not do, Mr. Slave was able to do and take out Norman Stansfield. Excuse me, not Mr. Slave. Nero was able to take out Norman Stansfield without any effort. Why is Norman Stansfield on a team? Oh, that's right. He was a call-up, because that otherwise doesn't make any sense. Here comes the foul. Here it is. Little skink cannonball. What are we going to see? Ooh. Oh, just a stun. But, you know, that accomplished his goals right there. That is literally the definition of a strategic stun. His main goal was there to make sure that Mr. Hat could not get up and lay a hit on Marcus Aurelius. So now that's not going to happen. So you don't have to worry about that. So now if you're Dangerous Warriors, you're not in terrible positioning, but it obviously looks like they're going to go this side of the field. So you might not be in bad shape to run a Beastman down here to base and seal off this Saurus so that he can't use him in the ensuing cage. But looks like he's just going straight up for it. Here we go. Oh, man, Claudius is down. This is a bloody one, folks. Right off the bat, we're talking turn 2 even, on the Dangerous Warrior side. We are down one Saurus. We're down a block tackle Saurus. Really won't make that much difference against a Chaos team as far as the tackle. And then Stansfield down just to block Chaos Warrior. So now he's clogging up the lane. Classic attempt here, which makes sense. You know, clog up the lane, keep your pieces assembled, because you want to draw that skink cage into your players. You don't want to commit your players. You don't want to run them down and base them and try something stupid, because then you're just going to end up with players out of position. What Fantastic's doing here is, Dr. J's doing here is just good stuff. Because now he's going to have to deal with a Minotaur, and he's going to have to deal with a whole assemblage here, and he doubles them up here, so he does the tackle zones doubled up. And now he has these players free here that he really could just create like a blanket wall, so that if he tries to go down or do anything, he's going to have to commit a whole turn of lateral movement before he can move that cage upwards, at which point you can just relocate your screen wherever you like. So, you know, good play here. I think Pax is going to think about, you know, Romana's going to have to think about bashing their way through here. I'm not, you know, really sure, but we'll see. Alright, what are they going to do?
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Alright, looks like he's going to relocate that cage on the strength of a Nero and another Saurus. Smart. He's got plenty of time, so it's not like he's really obligated to force the issue. Certainly doesn't want to leave the time open for the Fantastic to come back and score on him. So.
That's a solid formation. I want to see the opposing team have a go at the ball now.
Alright, so just as expected, he reforms that cage very safely and then tries to free up his, so he doesn't want, certainly doesn't want two people basing on there. Alright, instead Marsh is knocked out, so he's going down too, so then you got another situation, another player off the pitch, so two players off the pitch for the Chaos squad, one player off the pitch for the Pack, so you got a one-player advantage, big man's wash, and that player they did take off the pitch, one of them was a Chaos Warrior, so that's a strength 4-piece player off the pitch. That makes a difference when you're dealing with a Lizard Man team. Because he's got, looks like he is one Saurus down, so he only has the 5 Saurus, not the 6. Because, oh, that's right, because Tiberius went down. Here we go. This could be huge. All right. Just a stun for Mr. Slave. As we know, Mr. Slave has been brought back from the death. Mr. Slave has gone through a lot in this season. So any hit on Mr. Slave is surely enough to cause at least me to wince and worry for his well-being. But he still has Apothecary, so maybe Mr. Slave will set the record for most rescues in a single season by an Apothecary. I don't know. But this is pretty typical here, you know. Now the question is, what are they going to counter with here? Because you don't want to get in this slow bash game with Lowe. You know, he was doing a good job tying up, but if you run out of pieces and you start going down on numbers, you can't keep up the same strategy of just screening and hoping that you'll tie him up. At some point, you have to get more aggressive with it. Although if you wait too long, you're not going to be in a situation where you can get more aggressive with it. Only to the fact that because you're going to be too short on pieces, especially if you want to take it to those strength 4 Saurus. You know, you're going to need multiple blockers, and you can only use horns once per turn with the Beastmen. So interesting stuff here, but I know there's some skilled pieces on there. I mean, he's got the strength. He's got those AG5 pieces. I don't understand why he's not busting cage with Eric Cartman. I mean, where is he? Is he still have him on the pitch here?
That's it. Get in their face.
It looks rather like the old traditional spectacle in its
Harsh
style.
is down.
I know this one. Romania.
Nice attack. Yeah, he's got Cartman all the way back here, so I guess he's saving him for when he wants to pounce with him. That makes sense. I guess I'm too impatient. I would have blown my load on the 5 agility piece way too early. I wouldn't have the appropriate or commensurate answer. Interesting here. Does he see? Okay, I didn't expect that. I mean, he's kind of leaving this area weak here, but he obviously doesn't want to relocate there because then that Minotaur and Beastman are right there. Be interested to see what he does here. All right, first thing he does is, now this might influence where he takes that piece. All right, another stun. So that's good.
Yep,
So he
I
still
reckon
has
that's
plenty
what
of
he'd
turns
say
with Skinks.
if he
He
could
only
talk.
needs to get to, say, the 12 by turn 15, or turn 7 rather, so he can run it in on turn 8. So that's not a problem. He might just be on the slow march now because he can, you know, he's got the pieces now. He hasn't even blitzed yet. So now he's got a 2-die. He can go on here, try to get Lucifer down, and then he can even blitz the Crocs behind that if he wants to, and then move him, depending on what happens. Oh, he moves the Croxagore. I love it. See, he's setting up another almost cage. He's not going to leave his Skink next to that Minotaur, though. So if this guy goes down and he does a successful blitz on this guy on the outside on Lucifer Smith, expect to see a foul on that Minotaur. But I'm sure he's thinking, oh no, he's thinking about using the Skinks. Now this is smart because now he can create a new cage and effectively bypass the dangerous warriors here. Depending on the outcome here too, he can get his whole Skink cage out there and even a
This
Saurus.
is going to be decisive.
So interesting that he blitzes with this piece, gets the push. I don't know. Now that is interesting. I almost would have re-rolled that myself, but I don't know what his intention is. Because now he just pushed that Chaos Warrior into a tackle zone and wasted his blitz. So the alleyway that he would have to potentially... I don't know what he's doing here. I mean, obviously there are many plays that elude me. I've only played Lizardmen in one season, and I did a terrible job. That was in another league that shall remain nameless. But apart from that, it looks like he's just playing it safe, just pushing off to prevent blocks. So when you do that now they can only do one block because of that successful push off, and that Minotaur obviously doesn't have jump up. And here comes the foul. Is it coming on the Minotaur? It is. It is coming on the Minotaur. Dirty player foul on the Minotaur. What do we have? Oh, Mr. Slave is stunned, and the dirty player is tossed. Ladies and gentlemen, Vespasian is set off. So, not a very good thing for PAX, because a stun, yeah, stun's okay, but doesn't permanently take that player off the pitch, or even take him off the pitch, let alone for the rest of the game. And you lose you're down a player now. So now we've got 9 players on each side again. And now you wonder what the Dangerous Warriors do here. They've still got that Eric Cartman. I feel like Eric Cartman, but now he's much more protected. Before it was a skink cage, and Eric Cartman could have done some serious damage. Now, you know, he's gonna need way more pieces based. Looks like he might try to go after Stump Chunkman and then get a player on the ball, if I had to guess. But it looks like he's going around and over, so that's impressive. But you don't want to commit too many pieces. You know, you want to make sure you keep that. I can't believe how many agility up pieces he's got, and the armor piece. There's people in there double rolling. I don't know.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
That's a strike made with technique and precision. It's not always about sheer muscle.
Looks like he got it downed. Now, are we going to see a counter foul? I mean, getting a Crocs off the pitch would be great, but I think that's too risky. I don't think I think all your pieces right now for the Chaos are too valuable to do something like that. So that's pretty much their best hope they could have done there, which is just try to base some more players so they can get some opportunities for blocks and try to get some tackle zones going to keep them, you know, wrong. Because they will get these dizzy pieces back next turn, but obviously I think you did leave this whole area open. So I wouldn't be surprised if all we need is these 2 pieces to get moved, and he's got a full cage again to be able to move. He's probably not going to be able to move too forward if he wants to take the Saurus with him, but I don't know, we'll see. No, he's not going where
Players arrive to assist their teammate.
He's going more aggressive, which I like. Interesting. Bases those pieces. Don't know what his intention is there, unless he's not really worried so much about the cage and he's going to try to just slip the skink through and then cover. Look for a go for it. Another one even. That was interesting pathing. This guy's still here and not stunned. He's not going to put his ball carrier in there because... he's got sidestep. So he's hugging the sideline of the ball carrier. That's very, very, very smart. Because now, with sidestep, if someone tries to surf that piece, they're going to need to cover every piece that area can be blocked into because of the sidestep. So it makes you commit a ton of pieces. Plus those 2 Saurus blocking there will hopefully give them that. But, that being said, sidestep or no sidestep, if you've got a piece like Eric Cartman, who's got AG5, shouldn't take you any difficulty to just dodge out and then dodge in through these tackle zones and use and Horns blitz this, which I expect him to see. Because then even if you don't get him surfed, the Horns blitz, if you can get this Saurus marked, then it's going to be a 2-die. You may have to get both Sauruses marked, but I don't think so, because you're going to have a 4-3. You're already going to have the strength advantage. If anything, it'll be a 1-die matched up, but you got to at least get this guy marked. But honestly, this guy's probably got agility up too. I think he's just an AG4. So, no, he isn't. None of them is. So really, you could block this guy down if you could, and use this guy to mark this guy, use that guy to mark that guy. I mean, there's a million different things you could do.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Just running out of time, so just make a decision on what to do. He's still got a number of turns, but if he wants to force a score, so he has 3 turns to try to score himself, or he wants to try to blow this drive up. I didn't expect that.
That's a holding maneuver, if ever
That's
I
going to
saw
cost
one.
him. Now he has to pass Loner. Passes Loner like it's nothing, apparently.
Apparently, Wizards
Gets the
call that
frenzy
kinetic
into,
energy.
surprisingly not a frenzy trap, but he didn't have tackle. And now that didn't really help him.
What can you do against a full-speed horned opponent?
Assuming, I don't know why, maybe he did that to get that mark, but then he can't blitz now because that was his blitz. But he could possibly get these players blocked, especially if he stands up this player here.
Unity is strength.
With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time. Come on, guys, together!
Alright, so he's mucked things up, but not really. Hey, I think he's trying to force him to score. But
The attacker has an assist.
he's going to be able to reconstitute this cage line with the backing piece down, and I don't
That
think he's going to be able to get at it.
Smart for remaining upright.
I don't know.
Pride comes before the fall.
I'm intrigued by the strategy. Certainly. All right.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
Gets the Minotaur down, and see now once again he's got pieces he needs to be able to go and move that. But I don't know though. But he's got a lot of pieces that have caught up, so you almost feel like it's not bad to score now, because then you're leaving the Chaos 3 turns to score. But 3 turns to score with Chaos is enough, especially when you've got an Agility 5 piece and you get the ball at the half. So I think you need to stall a little longer here if you're Pax. Nice. But he's got the one that has dodge. Look at me saying, what is dodge useful for earlier, that one time. I had to put jump up on. Granted, I have two Chaos Warriors with jump up. But man, I love jump up on a Chaos Warrior. If you're going to get doubles, I just think it's such a broken ability. Oh, here we go. Getting on a Tiberius to Marsh. Randy Marsh is injured.
They hit hard.
No long-term effect. So both Stan and Randy Marsh are off the pitch. Will Stan Marsh come back and avenge his father's injury? And he goes for the score. Very smart. So he's figuring the numbers are down. He's only got 3 turns. I know how to defend. I'm not worried. Going to the half, 0-1, get a couple more players down, and this is a good game for me. Conversely, if you're Fantastic Dr. J, if you're the Dangerous Warriors, you got to think to yourself, shake it off. I'm only down the touchdown. I'm still in the driver's seat regardless of the casualties. Getting your Beastman back is huge. You've got a Beastman in reserve. You got to put a drive together in 3 turns and make this a 1-1 game because you get the ball at the half and you're controlling the game if you can do that. So both teams will look to exert their will here.
Important thing, you gotta keep possession of the ball.
So there's down to 10 players on the Lizard Man team, on the Pax Romana, coupled with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 to 10. It's an even switch. However, 2 strength players are gone, or 1 strength player is gone for the for them. So you're talking 3 Chaos Warriors and a Minotaur's 4 strengthened up to pieces, 3 strength 4s and then 1 strength 5, versus 5 Saurus and a and Nero. So those strengths that could be a problem. That could be a problem. That's for sure. But it's up to Nuffle. It's up to the dice. Who are we to sit here and say anything in terms of what are likely outcomes when it's obvious that if Nuffle decides what Nuffle decides, then that's gonna be that. Interesting setup here. We'll switch perspective to the receiving team.
Bit of a lull. What are you up to, Bob?
I'm thinking about what to
Goes
have
for the
roast
aggro
elf
line
heart
push.
or baked halfling leg.
I like it. Almost something he has to do, given the circumstances. Let's see here. There you go. Interesting. I wouldn't put my other players there. There you go. So far back. You got those 3 turns. You're going to have to get upfield pretty quick. And pretty aggressively. I like his aggression here. Now what you don't need, and would be catastrophic, is a blitz. Anything like leaving his zones open like that, a blitz would be just the worst. That is also pretty bad. The only thing that would be almost as bad as a blitz is a perfect defense. Because now Frost can just move all his pieces and cage that entire area instead of going in the center. Yep, puts Nero right on the line. Cancels that out, moves him out. So now he negates all his big hits. Puts Nero in the wide zone. That's going to make him even more of a problem. That's rough. I hate perfect defense unless I get it. And I hate blitz unless I get it. In which case, then I think they're great.
You wearing perfume, Jim?
No, it's a scent. Very different from perfume, Bob. Do you like it? It's called Rotting Cadaver by Tommy Hilfiger.
He still has a chance, but it's going to be a little bit harder to score now that that's been moved like that.
A loose ball is a dangerous ball. Goody.
Interesting. I don't know if I would have faced him or just tried to streak straight up the field to make him a downfield piece. Because you'd have 2 turns to get him down to scoring position. Then try to chain everybody else up. Because really, if you tie up the Saurus, Skink's the only thing you have to worry about. Everyone else got toilet agility. I suspect his agility 5 piece will be picking the ball up. Eric Cartman. That's true. I don't know, but I think the cage deep here is a mistake. I almost feel like you got to get that ball, pick it up, take it here, and then move all your pieces over here. And just, I don't know, try to get that, touchdown.
Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Perfect defense was a rough time. Wow, escapes the prehensile tail. Dodges around, has the block.
That was risky.
Gets him down. Risky play. Gets a 6 on that +3. I guess it's not that risky. It's +3. Had to reroll. So now this is what I like. Now that beast man, he's downfield. So he becomes a ladder scoring opportunity. Yes, there you go. Exactly what I would say that one should do. And now he's in better position to pick that ball up and
There's nothing better than hitting someone smaller than you, Jim.
With arms like tree trunks. It's only going to be
nice. That really good for
with the fairies.
Dangerous Warriors.
Watch out.
That's a player off the pitch now.
Murderous little beasts.
And a player that would most be able to give him trouble being that it's a skink. Because a skink can escape a block rather easily. Alright, picks the ball up as expected with Cartman. Goes backwards. That I didn't expect to see, unless you think we're going to see a screen handoff. I'm very surprised there, actually. Because without being so aggressive, now you try to take shots on those ladder pieces. Actually, he's got a free rein right to him.
Put some pressure on the ball carrier.
Wow.
Move quicker. They can toss the ball from that closer. They're in.
4 and 20.
Wow.
Hopek.
Knocked out Cartman. Scattered on the ball.
Knockout.
Romana's got free skinks, potentially, that only need to dodge away. And you could have a skink with a ball and plenty of time to put that in the end zone next turn. Here we go. Well, he's got a skink to mark even. This is huge. And he still has all his rerolls. Oh, Mr. Hat goes down. Wow, what a Blood Bowl is a crazy game. I mean, from a perfect defense onward, you see how a drive can be absolutely devastated. And now he's got skinks that only need to dodge away, and he's got possession of the ball and blockers.
If the player remains
Got it.
unmolested, they could
Still has the
sprint into end
rerolls,
zone. Of
which
course.
is ridiculous. Oh, that skink's not coming though, because dodge triggered and failed. So, a stymie special, ladies and gentlemen. A rerolling one has occurred. So let's get them all now.
There's no harm in making a block on the ball carrier. Well, actually, you could do a lot of harm. That's kind of the point.
Oh, just like that, Hannibal says, I don't care. I'm coming back at you. Now that ball is free, but it's got a skink mark on it. And he can't blitz again, but it does have a, he said AG4 piece. Right? Oh, he's too far away. Now he's playing more defender, trying to stop the score, let alone not worry about his own score. Oh, that's a pow.
I've heard stroking
Crappy
him on
wild
his
animal
belly
there.
or chin may calm him down.
Just gets the push. Interesting. Sure, he's thinking about how to score here. I mean, if we can get a successful one-die block here, then a blitz, be possible.
More the merrier.
Blitz first, gets the blitz. Oh, and the ball scatter. Nice. Wow, Dr. Dre's got to be raging. That would otherwise known as a super scatter, or a scatter where you throw your PS4 controller across the TV if you happen to be the Chaos team.
And this is a touchdown!
We're at the halfway point of the game.
The defensive touchdown. Pax Romana goes up 2-0 on the Dangerous Warriors. That is something else. It's going to be hard to overcome in the second half. Not impossible, but hard. We got 2 injuries, knocked out Skink. Well, one of them's an ejection. It's an ejection, knocked out Skink, and an injured Saurus.
I imagine that in their
but
dreams, at least.
The Warriors are pretty depleted. For all of them, they've got Randy Marsh is down, Norman Stansfield is down, Mr. Hat is down, and they got to knock out on arguably their most important piece, Eric Cartman. It's going to be very hard for them to score without Eric Cartman and with the numbers being the way that they are. And it looks like Romana is going straight up into an uber defensive shell. They're already thinking, I'm winning this game. I'm gonna get a wild card. I'm gonna make the playoffs. I gotta protect my pieces. But as we know anything in Blood Bowl, it is not over. But it is turn. I see what he's doing. It's turn 8. I was thinking it was the half, so never mind. Now he's just protecting his pieces in the half, which is something what everybody does. But I would still worry because you're gonna see a foul here. I would think you would. But then again, you can't afford to lose those pieces if you're Dangerous Warriors. An unsuccessful foul breaks your back here. But if you could take one of these sources, maybe 2 out, that would be good. You can get, if that could happen. But I suppose that'll remain to be seen. Romana gets a reroll that they can't use and won't need. But that must be an evidence of how the luck has been going. 4 rerolls, none left versus 1. I would even needed to use them.
Look, is that Lord Borak down there, Bob, in front row?
I think it is, chum. Hey, Borak! Zog off, you buckethead! Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
Here we go, dodge, but we can't even do anything.
That's it.
So
Force him back and then pow!
we'll see the Minotaur attack, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he needed the extra because he pushed him into the... Oh, here we go. Still has 3 chances here because he got this chance, then another chance, then he can blitz with.
Just like the Slender Geyser. This player keeps on going.
I would have pushed him the other way because then I would have freed your Chaos Warrior up to get another lick on him. I might as well use the reroll now. But he has dodge. So that doesn't help you. And you use the reroll.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. Here's one of my
Dodge
strengths.
Source, who would have thought?
They just got owned.
No,
That's what the cool
man,
kids are saying.
this so now you can go over and get the 1-die on the Saurus over there. No injuries. That's rough, though. That sets you back.
Decisive. He's about to to get punched above and below at the same time.
It'll get angry, Jim. You wouldn't like to.
Seems like I bumped the stream a little bit.
You're gonna love it.
Trying to advance time, but the game's not having any of it.
The ball is in the player's hands.
Vanity pass?
That's a completion.
Alright, vanity
What's
pass.
their next play?
Ooh. Boo. Alright, what do we see here? Who's getting... That sucks. Cartman stays down. And of course, Pax gets their
Like
player
that
up.
apothecary's
Such is the
magic
game of Blood
sponge
Bowl.
was on full charge.
Such is the game of
The
Blood
KOs
Bowl.
have been revived, ready to play again. Smaller the team, the harder it is to score.
We may
Need to
see the
find
Romans.
replacements.
The Romans may be in the
Despite being in the
playoffs,
lead,
ladies and
this team
gentlemen.
now has to kick the ball to the losing
The
squad.
Roman
They'll want to get
Wizards.
it back as soon as they can.
Will we see another perfect defense, or this time a blitz maybe? 8 players on the pitch. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 to 9. Alright, this is just BS. No offense to Frost, I love him. But am I predicting these events here? I literally said blitz when then it materialized. Y'all caught it on the
Have
stream.
you tried that
So,
Croxiade yet?
now I feel terrible.
Sports drink made by the Skaven of Clan Pestilence? No thanks, I'll give it a miss. I may not be the sharpest spike on the armor, but I'm not that stupid.
Point ties are decided by SPP though, so it definitely behooves them to score as much as possible.
Hey, I can sing. Did you know that, Jim?
God forbid now. Oh, really?
Really trying
No
to blow
need
this
to be
drive
like
up too.
that. My
Why
life
does it
coach
start?
says I have a very deep and healthy baritone.
Wow. See him. He still doesn't want to overcommit though, because. Wow. I mean, shit. You're up 2-0. If you're Frost, you can go overcommit because he's not going to get to the entire field in one score, and then both it'll be 2-1. But other than that, the upside is that it could be 3-0 in short order. Oh man, that doesn't help. This is a real pickle that Dangerous Warriors have been placed into through the graces of the kickoff table roles, which sometimes they just, I mean, heck, last week I played Swole. I had back-to-back blitzes that I had to contend with in Swole. So there's that.
Yep,
Sometimes
I reckon that's what he'd
the
say.
kickoff table can really screw you. Damn.
The ball is currently secured, but now
This
they
is-
must grab it.
It's rough times. Rough times for
Player, like
Dr.
halflings
J.
round a sapling.
Can't believe how never block.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Dang. Needless to say, it would take some form of miracle for fantastic Dr. J to pull this, prevent this score at the even. Certainly, the game seems to be in a foregone conclusion. But if he could stop this score somehow,
Go
it
big
would be
guy,
alright.
trample all.
That's not going to help him. Here we go. Let's take his AV piece. Oh.
Touchdown is near.
Picks it right up. Might as well stall. You only have one player possible that's can even reach. Nice. Here we go.
On the edge of the field there, within grasp.
Got blocked. Doesn't have block. Dead. Marcus Aurelius is dead.
Well, life goes on.
Oh shit. A jump up sidestep skink. Will he use the apothecary? He does not. He does not use his apothecary. Ladies and gentlemen. 4:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. East Coast time. I don't know how that translates to the other time. I would like to announce that Marcus Aurelius has died. And we will not see his jump up sidestep antics ever again. Just think about that. Mr. Slave is so inconsolable he can't even. He's just wild animals. And then he rerolls it because fuck it.
Reminds me of the famous story
Now
of
he's skink
Merlin
hunting.
and the great
Now Fantastic Dr. J is skink
But this
hunting.
time, no miracles.
Because even with Marcus Aurelius being tragically killed, he still has 2 skinks on the ball to make this a 3-0 game. But damn, it was traumatizing to see the death of poor Marcus Aurelius. It's a veteran player in the league there, right there. Well, was. Well, we'll send the customary ham to his widow. Call it a day.
Come on, guys, together.
Caligula. I don't like the sound of that. Alright. About half the team is tied up. Half it's not. I expect him to blitz with the Saurus to free up the mark on the ball so that his Skinks can get the third touchdown. Easy 2 gets the 4.
Now it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet. It's never simple.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Gets the push off, which is all he needed.
The fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more step.
Free lane to the end zone.
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, the last time that happened, it took 3 days
Interesting.
to piece the body back together.
Interesting. I didn't expect that.
You know, offense may
Pretty
sound
hardcore on
small,
Frostbite.
players
Surf this AG piece. And I guess now he's gonna pick it up, or he's just gonna stall further. I guess now he can just stall. Makes sense. Gets the 1 dive. Gets the Powsy Wowsy. Another one. Well, that was a 2 dive because of the virtual black That was before.
Surrounded by adversaries like that, I hope he knows what he's doing.
Block. Let's see. I'll try to stand up to the Minotaur. You know, tough if you're the Warriors. I mean, you're pretty much cooked. I mean, you're down 2 touchdowns. It's going to take you a turn to get here. The turn you waste to get here, he's just going to score. Or if even score, move all the way over here. And then you have to waste a turn to get all the way over there. So you either spend the whole time chasing, or this plan B is just start fouling because he's stalling. Which is totally acceptable as well. As far as strategies. Interesting game all around, full of intrigue.
That's it. Get in their face.
This is going to be decisive. Look at Twinkle Toes there.
Gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
Somebody please stop him.
Horns.
We may see that player later.
He's just knocked out.
fast and impossible to tackle.
Wow, stunty like a
Love it.
boss. Expected. Stall. Just let's dodge for funsies.
Get up or
I
get off the
guess.
field.
Just take the hit. I would foul that piece, personally. If he's going to keep stalling and you literally can't get to it, yeah, I would foul that piece. I don't know, but some coaches don't feel like that. That's the way to go. And I can respect those coaches.
That's quite fast. Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
Interesting. Yes. Let the hate flow in you. Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah. Here it comes. Here it
Should they be stomping on the player's neck with those studded boots that hard?
comes. A knockout.
So yeah,
That's all right. That's good. It's not gonna stop someone from stalling though. But still.
come on, guys. Clues in the title. Let's see some blood in Blood Bowl.
And he's still standing.
Is he gonna go after another piece? I hope so.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
There's only one word to say about this, Bob.
Not a word, Jim. A sound. Crunch. Come on, guys. Together.
That play went down like a sack of snortling unmentionables.
Oh yeah, that Croxagore is in peril. Croxagore, gonna get found. This is what you get for stalling.
What's that player doing?
Rolling
In the
around
throat.
in agony.
Oh yeah,
And here comes the
just a
other team.
stun. Will he keep stalling? That's a good question. Great coaches, both by the way, assets to NBP here. I think I don't know. I would score here. If I'm Frost, I'm trying to think about the playoffs here, and I wouldn't want to go in without him. You still got your Apothecary, so I suppose you can stall on the strength of your Apothecary. But we're already burying Marcus Aurelius. Do we really need to Make this worse. Okay. Ooh, and it looks that guy's niggling. It looks like.
Look at all this.
And there it is.
Saurus. They hit hard.
As expected.
They're going to be carrying that
Poor
scar
kicker.
around for the rest of their short life.
Beating up on the poor kicker. He's still gonna foul him again. And he's gonna try to. I mean, if you. This is interesting. Because if you dodge the skink away, then he only has to block the Saurus. But he's always going to frenzy, though. Frenzy. God about frenzy. He's in it for the stall. He's not afraid. Now, do we see even an attempt at a Saurus at the block with the Minotaur, or do you think he just goes right to the foul? Love it. Now he's frenzy trapped.
Disadvantage is obvious.
And no rerolls. And well played by Frost.
Turnover.
Baited him right into a frenzy trap, and now he can stand up his Crocs. Hope it doesn't bonehead. Nope. Gets right up. Ooh, dub skullsies. Uses his last reroll. Ooh. Marston, he's got a concussion. That's the second knockout of the game.
When the match was over,
It's really rather suspect that they let them come back into the game after being concussed.
that's how every match should end.
Little movement around. He's going to make it very hard for him to foul any of his remaining pieces, while still keeping the stall going. It's well played. Marking the Minotaur, so now he can't dodge away on a block and take down one of them. Very, very well played. But he's going after that skink.
The same size as his
Here we
entire
go. Two
opponent.
chances after some trips. Oh, he's got to be salty.
Old traditional
He's got to
skate
be
called
salty.
This one,
Domitian. I don't know who the hell that is. I'm going to say his name is Domitian. He's fresh. For sure. His dodge just keeps coming into play in this game. I love it. We've seen a number of dodges from both the Saurus and that and Loki.
allowed to get punched above and below
There we go.
at the same time.
You can pop off a low percentage foul, but
I think he's going to make it suffer.
love it. Nothing, of course, because you need a 7 or more. Gets the 6. Pax Romana surviving through their stall. In fact, it's the... Damn. A lot of Beastmen and Chaos Warriors on the ground. Probably just gonna base those three pieces around his Crocs. That's probably what I would do. Maybe blitz with him. Dodge away that.
Moved right next to a teammate.
He's going after the...
Unity is strength.
Gets him. Just a stone cold.
Me hit.
Yep, I reckon that's what he'd say if he could talk.
Oh,
I think he's
bonehead.
moving. No, he's not.
Oh, we can still see a foul. So this is Apothecary, though.
If the player is pushed here, it will finish in the public. And in general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
Ooh, Domitian. Oh,
That's
badly
why I
hurt.
love this game.
He's got that consolation going for him at least. But badly hurt doesn't bother him at all. Well, we still gonna see that foul though, I would expect. No, gonna go for a block. That's smart. I mean, you can get SPP from that. So, I mean, that's probably better than the turn 16 foul. Class and sportsmanship shown by Dr. J right there. Or will he run back and go for the two-person foul? Oh, the one-person foul. I take it back. What do we see here? A stun and an ejection. And that will be the last action taken by them. No rerolls left, so I expect that you see a score right away from Pax. Oh, goes for the block. Cheeky. Will he go for the blitz now? Go for the blitz. Around the world on the beast, man. Gets it. Baby 9-piece, though. So nothing really doing there. And there it is. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That was Dangerous Warriors versus Pax Romana, Season 2, Week 8. Enough will be praised Pro League. Obviously, it looks like Pax Romana has a fairly strong chance at that wild card now. Let's take a look at the numbers, drill down here. 12 armor breaks to 16, so pretty, almost say even in the armor breaks, but pretty close. But off those armor breaks, 3 injuries and 3 for 4 for 4. Really, the tail of this game was this perfect defense in that blitz. I don't want to take anything away from Josiah Frost. He also coached a very, very well game. He played very tight and took complete and full advantage of every opportunity given to him. So I commend him for that. Absolutely. Tough coached game. We saw death, some decent casualties. So that's another edition of Enough Will Be Praised, Pro League. This is MVP President Stymie signing out. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. Thank everybody for tuning in.